What if your dream home whispered secrets and screamed in silence? The DeFeos were just another suburban family until one November night shattered everything. At 3:15 a.m., Ronald Jr. rose from his bed, armed and possessed by rage, or something worse. One by one, he shot them in their beds, without a single scream. He spared no one, not even the youngest. Police arrived to a quiet house. 6 dead, and Ronald Jr. barely blinking. His confession was chilling. Voices made me do it. A year later, the Lutz family bought the house, unaware of the horror it held. Then the whispers began. Doors slammed, cold spots appeared, and nightmares came alive. Each night, at the exact time of the murders, the terror returned. After 28 days, the Lutzes fled the house, leaving everything behind. Was it madness or malevolence? The Amityville house still stands, but who dares enter? The case caught national attention. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren entered the house and left terrified. In the living room, Lorraine held a seance. What she saw would haunt her for life. One of the Lutz children claimed to see glowing red eyes of a pig-like demon named Jody. Black sludge oozed from the walls, and the toilets bubbled with bile. Even the sacred was desecrated. Crucifixes turned upside down, bleeding from the eyes. The priest who came to bless the house fled after entering the room that froze his soul. George was changing. The house was inside his mind. In the basement, they found a hidden room, not on the house plans. At night, the walls whispered, and someone kept calling their names. The Warrens captured chilling images, one of a ghost boy staring from the darkness. Years passed. The house was sold again and again, but never peacefully. On their last night in the house, something ancient awoke, rising from the basement, screaming for them to stay. Without packing, without turning back, they ran from the house, into the storm, never to return. The storm chased them into the night, but the silence that followed was louder than any scream. The Lutz family found shelter with Kathy's mother, but peace remained out of reach. Even far from the house, it found them in their dreams. George became obsessed, drawing the house over and over, as if trying to remember something that hadn't happened yet. Father Mancuso, too, was not spared. His health deteriorated, his faith shaken. The story exploded. Papers, tabloids, and TV crews couldn't get enough. Against all logic, George agreed to return with investigators. The house welcomed them, not with sound, but with weight. Then came the cold, a chill that felt alive. The Warrens captured voices, some angry, others begging. In the basement, Lorraine felt something ancient. The Warrens believed the Red Room was a portal to something demonic. "This house doesn't want you to leave," she whispered. "It wants you forever." George collapsed, overwhelmed by the house's grip. That was the last time they ever set foot in the Amityville house. George spent days in bed tormented by visions and fevered dreams. Kathy sought the church's help again, but few dared intervene. Lorraine conducted a deeper reading. What she found was not human. They uncovered a disturbing past, ancient burial grounds, and cult rituals beneath the home. George began to lose track of what was real and what followed him. The children spoke to invisible friends and drew things no child should know. Late at night, the phone would ring with voices from nowhere. Lorraine attempted one last blessing from afar. Documents leaked to the press, but many claimed it was all a hoax. Kathy began documenting everything, each nightmare, each attack. Their story became a book, and the world began to listen. Some called them liars, others called them survivors. Ed Warren warned the press. This was not a ghost, it was demonic infestation. Despite years of study, no one could fully explain what happened there. To this day, no one stays long in the Amityville house. Even hired guards abandoned their posts, terrified by what they heard inside. Tapes of screams and growls surfaced, but skeptics say they're doctored. Lorraine returned once. Years later, she would never speak of what she saw. Today, the house remains untouched, unchanged, waiting, and sometimes at night, the lights flicker on by themselves. Researchers from around the world gathered, debating if Amityville was haunted or cursed. Decades later, police files confirmed what many feared, that something felt off even before the murders. Contractors who renovated the basement refused to go back, claiming they found blueprints that shifted. Before her death, Kathy wrote one final line in her journal: "It knows my name." During a documentary shoot, the cameraman vanished for 3 hours. Some claim time feels broken inside. The clocks tick backward, then stop. A child's voice led an investigator to a single doll, its eyes still wet. A Bible left on the dining table was found soaked, though no one had entered. In prison, Ronald Jr. changed his story repeatedly, then claimed they told me to do it. Visitors spoke of walking down a hallway that never ended and seeing their younger selves. A full-length mirror was found shattered from the inside. Old town records warned of a black mass summoned beneath the land long ago. A popular skeptic filmed a live walkthrough and ended up hospitalized. The attic latch would unlatch every night, no matter how many locks were placed. No funeral was ever held in the house. Yet some say they hear a procession pass by. A new owner once painted over a wall, only for it to crack open again, in the shape of a screaming face. Local records for 1112 Ocean Avenue went missing twice. During a spiritual walkthrough, a psychic fainted mid-reading, bleeding from the nose. Motion cameras installed at night captured nothing except corrupted footage at 3:15 a.m. And then, nothing. Silence, as if the house had gone back to sleep. One realtor swore the door slammed shut on its own, locking her inside. An investigator left a note: "Do not enter the red room. It remembers." In one room, a crib rocks itself hours after the child left. Lorraine never returned, but in sleep, she screamed its name. Dogs won't go near the property. Birds won't perch on its roof. Some say the stairs whisper as you climb them, not in your voice. At 3:15 a.m., the house shifts every night, just slightly. Today, no clergy in the region will bless the property. Some nights, the attic window glows red, as it did during the Lutz's escape. A child living 5 towns away drew the Amityville house, never having seen it. In a collector's library, books on Amityville caught fire on their own. The final EVP recorded inside the house whispered, "I remember your name." George Lutz was never the same. His eyes never quite left that house. New owners never revealed their names. Some vanish before the ink dries. A local teen once swore they entered at night and left 7 hours before they arrived, and someone once claimed they felt the entire house breathe. Before her passing, Lorraine said just one thing about Amityville. It never ended. Today it sits empty, once more, but not quiet. If you visit, don't stay long, and never go alone. Because once you look into Amityville, Amityville looks into you.